done for him. I don't give his testimony. I'll let, that's between him and God. But believe me, he says he's been feeling it. He said he gets the arm here on his arm start moving around and what have you, and the bubbles in the inside. I've been, you better obey God, guy. But no, I praise God. I thank God for this day, and I'm glad to be here again this evening. We had to go watch my nephew graduate, from the 8th grade. I thank God for them kids that we're taking care of. Tomorrow night we go. My youngest son. I say oldest because now he's in the middle of all these kids and Elias. But I just want to give y'all a testimony of how God gives us authority. He gives us the authority to cast out the demons, to cast out whatever we want to cast out. That's in His Word. I praise God because I didn't want my boys to follow in my footsteps or in their dad's footsteps. So, I'm just going to, thank God, and I should have just made him come tonight and give his own testimony, but, he had his way of drinking and drugging. He was also selling drugs. But, how many knows that if you continue to pray for your children and show them the way, then they're going to eventually come back. I praise God because they had to go through a little something, a little test, a little trial before they had to turn over and give their lives to God. They gave their lives and their heart to God, let God finally enter in and become who they should be for the Lord. I praise God and I thank God, and I just want to let y'all know that if you ask anything in God's name, again, like I said last night, it's going to be done. It shall be done. It will be done. I said we're going to break generational curses. How many said, they tell us that all the time. Native Americans, you're gonna, this, and this. It's a generation and generation. But I gave my everything to God, and I said this is going to stop right here with me. And I praise God that, my son, some of y'all seen it on Facebook that he signed with OSU, a full scholarship. All the way through. How many, that's got to be the Lord. That has to be the Lord. He's going for pre-med. I thank God for that because he's 19 years old. We had a little setback, but he's going to graduate tomorrow from high school, and he's going to go on to college. And we're going to have a service for him before he heads out, and I invite everybody to come out and encourage him, because we broke that generational curse that they said that we were going to have on us as Native Americans. But I praise God and I thank God, that He's kept His hand upon them. I gave them back to the Lord when they were born. So I thank God for his life and his brother's life, that he could set an example. And, they said that's the first one since 2008, I believe, from Grace-Mont, little old Grace-Mont public schools, but he put them back on the map, poor thing. They wasn't even on the map, but he did, and I praise God for that. And, I'm so happy and humbled. And, if it wasn't for, Tony here, my husband, he probably wouldn't be the man that he is today, because there was no way that I was going to be able to teach him how to be a man, but I could only show him so much what I could. And I thank God for his dad's life. And, sometimes I get mad because he'll mention his dad more than he'll mention me, but that's okay. That's another story, but I praise God. I thank God. I'm glad to be here this evening. Y'all keep us in prayer. Keep him in prayer. Keep Tony and his family in prayer. Keep his daughters in prayer. We thought we was going to get to see them in July, but that's another story. And I'm just glad to be here tonight and come to fellowship, worship with everybody. And I'm going to sing a song because my sister Joanna's watching, and she wishes so much to be here, but I know God's going to touch her body. And she just, always asks us to sing and go live, so I'm going to sing this song for her tonight. Mama Cat, you want to come help me? Pass me not, O gentle Savior. Hear my humble cry. While all others thou art calling, do not pass me by. Tony, 'cause